work for the day. There's still some admin I need to do, but I have finished my meetings and now it is time to go and ride. I don't know why. I'm feeling kind of nervous today. I guess I haven't ridden in like 2 weeks, and when I come back, sometimes I just get a wee bit nervous. But I'm just gonna take Boo for a ride in the ring, and I'm gonna put my camera on the post and hope that he doesn't spook at it and just see how it goes and try to get some footage. So here we go.
Exactly what I'm looking for. And as we grow, I'll keep running till I can.
This is my first time looking at this Holly Brewer article in years. I actually think I read it when I was at Oxford for the first time, and I don't know if I've revisited it since, but ooh, it is ripe with, one, the footnotes. Her footnotes are impeccable. I think she spends quite a lot of time when she works on an article. Like, she said that this particular project she'd been working on for 8 years, and it shows. It's impeccably done. I just really rate her work, and she is looking through these papers of locks that are at the Bodleian, and she's currently like going through this historiographical overview of the way that slavery as capitalism has been discussed. And the argument that she makes is that American slavery was part of a liberal capitalist modern order, but it did not originate from a liberalist ideology. It originated from the Stuart ideology of inheritance, whereby somebody was born into a particular status. So, for example, a prince was born into their princely status, and a slave was born into slavery. And I'm just going through this article, and one, she just has like these little like sound bites that I just think are really poignant. But what's also really interesting about this, if we follow that ideology, is that the early modern conception of patriarchy also has this kind of hierarchical understanding of the child being subservient to the parent. And it's the argument that's made by enslavers for generations, which is this like paternalistic idea that the master-slave relationship, or the enslaver and their enslaved relationship, is similar to that of a parent and their child, which is disgusting and infuriating. But if we take that and apply it to the Partis principle, what's interesting about that is their evolution in the idea of who can be then deemed born an enslaved person, because they're legalizing that principle. It's not something that is divine. It's not something that is biblical, except, some people do actually make this disgusting biblical reference to Ham, and we have a variety of justifications using religion in order to establish and maintain a racial order. But this is just my brain processing as I'm going, and I'm just really enjoying this article. It's quite fruitful. But what I find interesting is that I've been trying to read articles for months to try to get the inspiration flowing for writing, because I just felt like the scope of what I was trying to do was just so big. But now that I have this kind of beginning of a seedling of an idea that's not just thinking about the Partis law as property or gendered law or reproductive law, and instead seeing it as something that is manipulating our conceptions of child labor, that gives me quite a bit to work with in a way that I really felt limited by with the source material before. But now, by changing the focus, by applying a lens to viewing this subject, that allows me to ask a different set of questions, I am just finding a lot more to work with. And that's the entire work of a historian or of an academic, and that's why I made that video, how to think like a PhD student, because this is it. It's trying to see if there is another angle by which to approach the subject that allows you to get more out of the source material and to just see a different perspective and to hopefully ask better questions. So this is exciting. I feel like I've not nailed it, but I feel like I'm heading in a direction that feels fruitful, which for the past 6 months, I feel like I've been really struggling to find the seedling. I feel like I was trying to force the dissertation in a direction that the source material was not yielding to, but now it just feels so much easier. It's not easy, but it's definitely feeling more possible, which is a massive improvement, because I was struggling with the feeling that this was actually an impossible project. And now it actually feels doable. So, that's good. I got so much done and began working on the revised chapter outlines. Also, there were so many people in the study session today and so many new people, and it was so nice to meet them and to get to study with them. It was just such a nice session, and just got a lot of work done, which was great. And I'm gonna start hosting a 5 a.m. club study session for Accepted Society on Tuesdays. So I can't promise that I'll do them sustainably, but I'm gonna do them through September because I can definitely use some focus as I work on this next chapter. But now I am preparing for a mini equestrian photo shoot thing. Basically, somebody messaged me on Instagram saying that they're an equestrian photographer and asked if we could work together. And I would love to take some nice pictures of ponies. So I am gonna head down and have this little photo shoot before work. I gotta go get Boo ready and we'll shoot a couple of different outfits. But the concept is basically just trying to get some nice photos at the barn because I don't have any like new photos of me. I don't even think I have any photos of me with horses when I have red hair. I think all of the photos that I have really are from the days when I was riding professionally, in which case I was a brunette or I was blonde, depending on the time that we're talking. So I'm excited to get some photos, and hopefully Boo isn't too spooky today and likes to keep his ears up. He is very photogenic, so I don't think we should have too much of a problem. But I'd also get some photos with Pooch. Do you want to be in the photo shoot? Oof. Okay, I think Boo wants to go outside. I'm gonna go check on Boo and meet up with the photographer, and I'll try to get some little behind the scenes footage, and then I gotta start my work for the day. And we've got a lot of good project work for Productivity Lab and the upcoming launch at the end of September, so lots to get on with. I'm gonna go ahead and put up my shoes and head downstairs. I am back from the photo shoot. We had so much fun. I can't wait to see the photos when they're done. And I've been on the computer for about 2 hours just getting admin stuff done, and my brain is so tired because after doing dissertation work and writing first thing, I'm just tuckered out. And I could definitely use a nap, but we don't have time for that. I have a lot of project work that needs to be done for Productivity Lab today. I am working on the touchpoint map, and basically a touchpoint map is where you map out the student journey and you say, you know, what type of communications you want them to have and what things they'll have access to, and basically trying to set up systems and automations so that students and customers have the best experience with the product possible. However, I'm trying to take all of the feedback that we've had from the previous 2 cohorts so that way I can improve the experience for students that come in when the product goes evergreen. And when a product goes evergreen, it means that it's available at any time. And that just means that we need to change up the systems a little bit, because the way that you would approach the customer experience from a cohort model is a little bit different from an evergreen model. And I am just trying to get in and see what needs to be done. But I have a whole host of meetings this afternoon, including a one-to-one with my ops specialist. And so I'm going to work with Alexina in order to put those systems into practice and basically see what's possible. I just remembered that that's not actually written in my planner, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add that. But it has been a very productive morning. I got to prioritize the dissertation, made some good progress there, did the photo shoot, went riding, and am jumping into a nice full day of work. But I wish I had a break so that way I could like go take a power nap, but that's just not the way of things today. It's just not how it's gonna go. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep on working, and I'll update you all a little later on. I might need a cup of coffee.
And now for a quick break to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Squarespace. Squarespace is an online website builder where you can create and edit a website from scratch or using a template with no coding experience necessary. With features which allow you to customize fonts, colors, add a variety of blocks, images, and videos, you can make your website entirely your own. And after using Squarespace for 5 years to build my personal website, my online businesses, and recently having to create the Accepted Society website from scratch, I can say how easy Squarespace is to use and customize. With Squarespace, you have access to comprehensive analytics and e-commerce tools, making creating a website and starting your online business seamless. If you're interested in checking out Squarespace for yourself, go ahead and use my discount code in the description below for a discount on your website or domain. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead back on into the vlog.
Now the end of the working day. It is time to take a shower, clock out, and just be done. I'm so tired. It is, I think, like 7 o'clock, almost 7 o'clock. And I just wrapped up work for the day. I changed into a nice comfy t-shirt because I was just not wanting to wear my riding clothes anymore. And I am now going to go and take a shower. I'm gonna wash my hair and prepare for bed, honestly. I have had a samosa for dinner, just something nice, quick and easy, and I just want to dive into bed with a good book. I have had such a good day. I've had such a good productive day. Got some really solid dissertation work done, did a photo shoot and content work. I even edited some content and posted it on Instagram and TikTok today. We got in a ride. I also did a bunch of work for Productivity Lab, had some meetings that were really fruitful, and it's just been a really good day. And I know that on days like this, I'll be really productive, but then I tend to have the habit of still staying up really late, and then I am fried the next day because I've basically spent all of my energy in one day. And so I'm just conscious of that. And I do want to have a good productive day tomorrow. So I am going to take my own advice and I'm going to lock my apps. I'm going to lock my phone. I'm going to use Opal and I'm going to go read my book in bed. Just try to de-stimulate and hopefully wake up a bit early tomorrow to do some more dissertation work. And if not, then I can do it on the train. So that is what we're gonna do. I have to head back to London tomorrow morning, but this evening, we're just gonna take it nice and easy. So it's a really good day. my old vlogging camera. I decided I just didn't want to film on my big camera when I got home, and it feels so nice to just take out my nice little vlogging camera. I got home from the barn and just immediately jumped into work because it's a working day, and I had a bunch of really great meetings. I just finished my office hours for the Part-Time YouTuber Academy Accelerator, and it was so much fun. We got to talk a little bit more about community building and how to create connections with your subscribers, and I was just talking about acceptance society, and it was just so nice, and it was just such a good day at work. I have a little bit of editing I need to do, and then I'm gonna head over to King's Cross for Saf's going away party. Saf is one of the guys on the team, and he is leaving to start his own business. I'm so freaking proud of him. He has just been such a joy to work with, and he's just such a great guy, and also just going to be such an incredible entrepreneur. And I'm excited to go see the people on the team, you know, because we work remotely. It's just not every day that we actually get to spend time together, so I'm really excited about that. And I've had such a good day. I got so much dissertation work done, and I found this book that is just so good, so good. I just feel like I finally have found my facet of an argument, and I'm just so excited about it. I need to do my chapter outline revisions, and I'm kind of nervous to write them, but I'm also really excited to chat about it with my advisor. So I feel like I finally found my little nugget, and I'm really hoping that it lasts. So fiddling with this new Merit contour stick. They sent me a few things, which was really nice of them. We've got this new glow serum and their new moisturizer. My moisturizer's been breaking me out recently, so maybe I'll give this a try and see how it goes. They also sent a brush. It's just such a good day, guys. Waking up at the barn is just the most incredible feeling. And I just have to say, I am so freaking grateful that I get to spend time at the yard and be around horses and have some peace and quiet and like have the space to just clear my mind a little bit, especially because I've been feeling really anxious recently. And I just felt so grateful coming back to London today because my partner was here. It was just really nice to see him. We went and got some lunch together, and just I'm so grateful for our flat and my life here and getting to go out and see my friends from my team. And I'm also just reading through all the comments on my video about potentially quitting my PhD and then my decision to stay, and I just feel so reconnected. I feel like I've had like this like weird like recalibration or something, and I feel as though I have rediscovered not only my joy for doing research, but also for the way I want to create content. And I just feel like this vlog is this encapsulation of that, because it's been this process of showing how I'm balancing it. And I don't feel like I have to say, you know, hi, my name is Kaelyn, I'm a 5th year PhD candidate. I just can be me, and I can just share the things that I am enjoying, and it just feels really good. I haven't felt this good in a long time, and I'm just really grateful. And like, I get sent cool stuff because of this. I get to read really cool books, and like, I got to actually lead a discussion today for Ali Abdal's YouTuber Academy, the course that I took years ago. And I have a job that I love with a great team, and like, I've just been so anxious and my mental health has been so bad, and my God, it just feels so good to not feel that way anymore. And I'm just so relieved. I'm also so tired because I keep getting up really early, and I don't regret it, but I'm really sleepy. I am gonna go ahead and wrap up. I just got a text from the team saying that they're all together. And so scratch the idea that I was gonna get any work done before then. I'm just gonna go head out and see the team and get some vlogging clips and take you along. It just feels so much better.